AaronPierre has finally broken his silence. And what he just revealed about TeyanaTaylor has left fans in absolute disbelief. After months of speculation, leaked messages, cryptic social media posts, and jaw-dropping footage that had everyone talking, the truth is finally out. Music. And let's just say it's not what anyone expected. This isn't just some messy breakup drama. This isn't a tabloid headline gone too far. This is a bombshell unraveling in real time. Because according to Aaron, everything we thought we knew about his fiery magnetic relationship with TeyanaTaylor, the sweet interviews, the steamy red carpet photos, the picture-perfect vacation posts, all of it was a lie. A performance, a dangerous, calculated illusion that went way deeper than anyone could have guessed. And Aaron's finally ready to expose how it really ended, why he vanished without explanation, and why Teyana's recent moves may have been hiding something much darker. Insider sources say Aaron's camp warned him to stay quiet, that going public could end his career. But now he doesn't care because the pain he's been holding in has finally snapped. People think I ghosted her. People think I cheated, but they don't know what really went down behind closed doors. He claims he was manipulated, controlled, used as a pawn in a game he didn't realize he was playing until it was too late. And now he's ready to flip the script. In this full expose, we're diving into what AaronPierre revealed on a private audio leak. The secret messages between him and Teyana that just leaked online, and the twist that's about to flip this entire situation on its head. And because once you know what really happened, you'll never look at either of them the same again. Before the betrayal, before the cryptic posts, before the emotional silence and broken smiles, there was a spark. And that spark, it was undeniable. AaronPierre and TeyanaTaylor didn't just date. They set the entire entertainment world on fire with a connection that seemed too perfect, too steamy, too locked in to ever crack. They were the couple everyone whispered about. The unexpected pairing no one saw coming, but instantly obsessed over the moment they appeared in public. Together, hand in hand, smirking like they shared a secret the rest of the world didn't deserve to know. But how did it all begin? That's where the real story starts. Because what looked like a fairy tale on the surface was already laced with secrets from day one. AaronPierre wasn't always the mysterious heartthrob we know today. Sure, he's best known now for roles that make critics swoon and audiences lean in. But back in the early 2000s, he was still carving his name in the industry. Respected, yes. Loved by indie fans, yes, but not yet dangerous. Enter TeyanaTaylor, the multi-hyphenate, singer, dancer, actress, music director, style icon, cultural icon. A woman so powerful. She could walk into a room and silence it with just a look. So when whispers started that these two had connected quietly at a high-profile but ultra-private industry mixer in New York in early 2024, no one knew what to make of it. On the surface, their worlds didn't fully align. Aaron was the brooding rising star from London obsessed with craft and character. Teyana a whirlwind, loud, fierce, unapologetically raw and complex. But insiders say their connection was instant, magnetic, intoxicating. One source described it like this. It was like watching two storms collide, beautiful and terrifying. And for months they kept things quiet. There were no paparazzi shots, no couple selfies, just subtle hints. Instagram captions that seemed to mirror each other, matching rings worn in photos, and late-night likes that sent music fans spiraling. Then came the first public outing, a surprise appearance at a Met Gala afterparty in May 2025. They didn't pose for cameras. They didn't walk in together, but once inside, they were inseparable. Teyana clung to Aaron's arm like she owned him. Aaron looked at her like he'd never seen anything more dangerous or more addictive. But even then, behind the flashing lights and dazzling smiles, the people close to them say cracks had already formed. Behind the scenes, the relationship was volatile. Aaron, described by friends as deeply private and emotionally intense, reportedly struggled with Teyana's chaotic energy. She was always on the move, surrounded by entourages launching projects, making power moves. Meanwhile, Aaron craved silence, music, intimacy, truth. He once told a close friend, "She's a wildfire. I can't decide if I want to run or burn." There were fights, intense music. One insider even claimed a heated argument during a luxury trip to Turks and Caicos ended with Aaron flying back to London alone without saying goodbye. Still, they stayed tethered. Every time Aaron tried to walk away, something pulled him back. Maybe it was love. Maybe it was obsession. Or maybe, just maybe, it was something darker. Because here's where the story gets murky. Multiple insiders from both camps began leaking subtle warnings. One source in Aaron's circle hinted that Teyana's control went far beyond typical relationship dynamics. She had people watching him. She knew where he was before he'd even told her. If he didn't answer a text, someone would suddenly call from a blocked number just to remind him she was paying attention. At the time, people brushed it off as jealousy or dramatics. But now, with Aaron finally speaking out, we're starting to wonder if he was being manipulated all along. Meanwhile, Teyana was dealing with her own shadows. Her rocky marriage to Iman Shumpert had unraveled in public just a few years earlier. Cheating allegations, emotional breakdowns, public court filings that left her emotionally raw and fiercely guarded. She was in rebuilding mode, determined to never be controlled again. And when Aaron entered the picture, some say she saw him as salvation. Others believe she saw him as a project, or worse, a pawn. Music, a man she could mold, use, control. She brought him into her world fast. He appeared in her music video. She introduced him at her fashion launch. She called him her safe space in an offhand comment during an interview. But those around Aaron began to notice something strange. He was changing. He stopped posting. He skipped press tours. He turned down 2 major film roles, both of which were rumored to involve long overseas shoots. And then in late 2025, he disappeared. No goodbye, no statement, no explanation. One day he was at Teyana's side, smiling, silent, sculpted in love. The next, gone. Rumors exploded. Did she dump him? Was he cheating? Did they break up over something darker? But no one had answers until now. Because after months of silence, Aaron Music is finally speaking. And what he's about to reveal, it doesn't just explain why he walked away. It destroys everything we thought we knew about this relationship. It started with a whisper, then a leak, and then an explosion. AaronPierre didn't go to TMZ. He didn't sit down with the Breakfast Club. He didn't post a black and white notes app apology. Instead, he dropped a voice note, a 53-second audio message allegedly sent to a close friend on Music Signal, leaked by an anonymous source on a locked Reddit thread. And that one file detonated the internet. In the clip, Aaron's voice was calm. Too calm. The kind of calm that comes after the storm. Again, there's only so long you can pretend someone's love is love when it starts to feel like possession. I thought I was safe with her. I was wrong. The message then cuts abruptly, but not before one more line slips through. She told me if I ever exposed what happened that night in Atlanta, my career would vanish. And I believed her. Boom. That single sentence sent every gossip blog, YouTuber, and TikTok sleuth into overdrive. What happened in Atlanta? What was he forbidden from exposing? Music, and that's when the real unraveling began. A few hours after the voice note leak, screenshots surfaced. Alleged private DMs between Aaron and a fellow actor he worked with on a past indie film. One of the messages read, "She used to take my phone while I slept. I'd wake up and find messages deleted. Music, entire call logs gone." Another, "She showed up at my hotel without telling me. Not romantic. Surveillance." And then the most disturbing one, "That time I went quiet after my mom's funeral. It's 'cause she said if I left LA without telling her, she'd leak something about me. Something I don't even know she has." Suddenly the narrative flipped. This wasn't a breakup. This wasn't a ghosting. This was a silent escape. Aaron had tried to leave quietly, but Teyana's grip, it was still squeezing him even after he disappeared. But let's go back, because the night in Atlanta, that was the breaking point. According to a source close to a staff member at the venue, Aaron and Teyana attended a high-profile invite-only industry dinner at a luxury rooftop in Buckhead late September 2025. It was supposed to be a peaceful night. Networking, good food, champagne, classy vibes. Instead, it ended in chaos. The source claims Teyana confronted Aaron mid-dinner in front of several industry execs over a breach of trust. Allegedly, she had gone through his phone earlier that day and found a voice memo he had recorded of their argument. A memo that included her screaming, breaking glass, music, and what sounded like her threatening his film career. When she saw he still had the audio, she lost it. According to an eyewitness, she stood up in heels, slammed her hand on the table, and screamed, "Delete it now. You think I won't bury you?" The room went dead silent. People froze. Executives looked away. Security was alerted. Aaron, visibly shaken, stood up, left his food untouched, and walked out without saying a word. That was the last time they were seen together publicly. And now we know why. But things only got wilder from there. Following the Atlanta incident, Aaron reportedly flew to Toronto where he went dark. No posts, no appearances, no interviews, just vanished. But Teyana Music didn't. She posted cryptic Instagrams, quotes about betrayal, pictures of her holding a snake. One post even featured her in a black veil captioned, "You don't kill a king, you watch him hang himself." Fans thought she was referring to exes, Music, maybe even Iman Shumpert. But now everyone knows that was aimed directly at Aaron. And that's not all. Shortly after the breakup, a tabloid published an unconfirmed rumor that Aaron had cheated on Teyana with a mystery actress, Music, in Canada. The report included zero proof, no names, and cited only an inside source from her glam team. Aaron said nothing, but insiders now claim that Teyana planted that story herself as a smoke screen to destroy his image before he could tell the truth. And here's Music the kicker. That mystery actress doesn't even exist. So why now? Why is Aaron speaking now after months of silence? Sources say Aaron has been preparing to drop a full statement, but only Music after consulting legal teams. Because what he's about to reveal might not just hurt reputations, it could end careers. He's reportedly in possession of audio recordings of emotionally abusive conversations, a screen-recorded FaceTime argument where Teyana allegedly admits to manipulating press, confidential emails from a PR team plotting how to reshape the breakup narrative, and maybe the most damning, a recorded phone call where Teyana allegedly says, "I built your career. I can end it the same way." But Teyana's camp isn't staying silent either. Within hours of the leak surfacing, a post went live from a burner account known to repost on behalf of her stylist. It read, "If Aaron wants to play dirty, he better be ready for what's coming. We got footage. We got receipts. He was no saint." The post was deleted in under 30 minutes, but the internet, it never forgets. Now fans are split. Some are firmly #Team Aaron, saying he was emotionally manipulated and deserves justice. Others are backing Teyana, accusing Aaron of weaponizing sympathy and painting himself as a victim to flip Music public opinion. But in the middle of it all, a final twist, a new leak, an email allegedly from 2024 surfaced from an anonymous whistleblower. In it, Teyana's then publicist lays out a strategy to pair her with a rising British actor to humanize her image post-divorce and test romantic chemistry for optics. The actor AaronPierre. Yes, you read that right. He may have been part of a PR stunt from the very beginning. That's the first real twist of this saga. And if it's true, then nothing, not one moment of their relationship was real. Just when fans thought things couldn't get any messier, boom. The second wave of leaks hit the internet like a Category 5 scandal, unleashing a chain reaction that left no one untouched. Because what started as emotional manipulation accusations, what began as she said has now spiraled into something far more dangerous. A leaked contract, a mysterious email chain, and a private Instagram close friend story accidentally exposed to the public. These weren't just receipts, they were nuclear bombs. Let's start with the most jaw-dropping one. A confidential contract allegedly signed between TeyanaTaylor's media company and a boutique PR agency surfaced on Pastebin. The document, dated March 2024, 2 full months before she and Aaron went public, included the following clause. Primary male public companion, AaronPierre. TBD confirmation by May 15, 2024. Purpose: image softening, audience crossover, US/UK. Narrative control clause: all shared public content subject to PR pre-approval. What? That's right. If real, this document suggests AaronPierre was handpicked, not loved, picked, presented, packaged. A marketing move to reposition Teyana post-divorce. And if that wasn't insane enough, yet another file included a timeline, a literal month-by-month breakdown of the rollout plan. June 2024, rumored dinner sighting NYC. July 2024, Instagram soft launch, mutual likes. August 2024, first public appearance, Met after party. October 2024, potential music video cameo for Aaron, which coincidentally he did appear in just as scheduled. Suddenly, the love story everyone rooted for began to look less like fate and more like a production. But it doesn't stop there. A Twitter user named @ThatGirls, who previously worked in event production for a major Atlanta label, posted a thread that went viral overnight. "Y'all, I met Aaron at a backstage mixer last year. Man looked like he was terrified of someone. Wouldn't even take a photo with us. Hi kept checking his phone like he was on a leash." Then another user chimed in. "My friend was his Uber driver. She said he asked her to park a block away from the hotel so no one would see him go in. Gave her a $100 tip and said, 'Please forget you saw me.' Red flag after red flag." The internet started doing what it does best, digging. Instagram detectives pulled up old clips of Teyana mentioning controlling men on podcasts. Only now fans say she was projecting hard. One even pointed out a TikTok she posted during the relationship where she lip-synced to a sound saying, "I'll ruin you with a smile. Don't test me." The caption, "Don't play with me, baby. I play better." Was it just shade or was it a warning? Now, here's where it escalates to another level. An anonymous gossip page named @T from the Booth released an alleged voicemail left on a former assistant phone. The voice is heavily distorted, but timing and phrasing point strongly to it being Teyana. In the clip, the caller says he thinks he's walking away clean. "Nah, I gave him relevance. He was a footnote until me. You don't spit on the hand that feeds you. Let him try to tell his story. I dare him." Let that sink in. Not only does this point to emotional control, but it backs Aaron's claims of being threatened. His silence wasn't pride, it was fear. And now he's had enough. So what was Aaron's response to all this? In a rare move, he allowed his rep to post an official quote in the cut. Aaron has nothing but respect for those who value truth over illusion. He remains committed to his craft and will not be silenced by false narratives or veiled threats. Let the receipts speak for themselves. Short, calm, devastating. But fans weren't done. They started analyzing everything from his old interviews to her music. One fan uncovered a hidden lyric in Teyana's unreleased demo from late 2025 where she sings, "Thought I'd make you king, but you ran from the crown. Music now I wear it alone while you drown." Guess what the demo was called? ATL Nights. Yep, referencing the same city where their public blow-up occurred. Snorts. This wasn't just love gone wrong. This was a strategic dismantling, a campaign of dominance disguised as romance. But then came the second twist and it changed everything. Screenshots from a close friend story on Teyana's alternate Instagram account were leaked, this time by a person claiming to be her former makeup artist. The story post, a dimly lit mirror selfie of Teyana with the caption, "They always leave thinking they're the victim till I post the vid." The vid? What video? And was she bluffing or actually sitting on something? Fans erupted with panic and theories. Does she have private footage of Aaron? Did she film one of their fights without his consent? Or was this just another veiled threat to control the narrative? Whatever it was, it worked. Aaron reportedly delayed his full interview drop, and sources close to him say he's reconsidering the release of certain clips, fearing legal action or reputation damage. The game of emotional chess continues. And here's what's wild. While the internet is split, the industry is quietly choosing music sides. One streaming platform insider allegedly told Duma, Tay was in talks for an executive producer role on a new show, but ever since this started blowing up, they've hit pause. Meanwhile, Aaron, he's suddenly been contacted about roles he lost months ago. Studios are sensing the underdog narrative and they like it. But where does this leave us now? A former love story, a PR contract, threatening voicemails, disappearing voice memos, unreleased footage that could destroy everything, and two stars now locked in a silent war where every move is a risk and every leak feels like a gunshot in the night. We thought we knew what happened between Aaron and Teyana, but after everything that's come to light, yeah, it's clear we were only ever scratching the surface. The internet absolutely unhinged. Once Aaron's side began spilling into the public, once those screenshots and voice notes leaked, social media ignited like wildfire. And music. Not just in the comment sections or shady meme pages. This was a full-blown digital battlefield. Stan accounts, blue-check influencers, even anonymous burner accounts suspected to be celebrity insiders, music themselves. Everyone had something to say. Hashtag Team Aaron was loud, emotional, and protective. Hundreds of threads began popping up across Reddit, Twitter, and TikTok. One viral tweet read, "So let me get this straight. She picked him for PR, controlled his narrative, allegedly threatened him, and now we're calling him manipulative. Aaron was a hostage, not a boyfriend." Another TikTok creator posted a now viral emotional breakdown with 2 million plus likes. "As a woman, I have supported Teyana for years. But if this is true, then she didn't just play with a man's heart. She played with his whole career. That's sick." Hashtags like #justice for Aaron, #free AaronPierre, #manipulation in Hollywood began trending simultaneously, and the conversation quickly morphed from just drama to serious discussions around emotional abuse in male celebrity relationships. Some fans even started calling for Netflix or GQ to offer Aaron a sit-down interview. Let him speak. The man was clearly under pressure for months. Don't cancel him. Hear him. But the other side, #Team Teyana, wasn't staying quiet either. Her ride or die fans rallied hard. They dragged Aaron for playing the victim card, accusing him of weaponizing sympathy and being strategic in flipping the narrative once he realized his career needed saving. One viral tweet, "Men always play sweet when they're losing. Aaron let this whole thing simmer until it helped him. He's not innocent. Wake up." Other posts suggested that Aaron's timing was too convenient, just as he was rumored to be in talks for a Marvel project. Just as Teyana started teasing a new single. Just as an old lawsuit of hers finally got settled quietly. Coincidence or calculated? Celebrities meanwhile started moving strategically. Nothing was said directly. Oh no, that's not how Hollywood works. But the subtle gestures, the quiet signs of shifting alliances, clear as day. Zendaya unfollowed Teyana on Instagram. Michael B. Jordan reposted an old clip of Aaron talking about mental health and protecting your peace. Janelle Monáe liked a tweet that said, "Sometimes silence is survival." And then came the ultimate curveball. Viola Davis, the queen herself, posted a cryptic Instagram story, a black screen with one quote, "You don't get to call yourself a victim when you held the leash." Unknown fans immediately speculated it was shade toward Teyana. And guess what? Minutes later, Teyana unfollowed Viola. Boom. It was subtle, but the chessboard had moved. Meanwhile, industry insiders started whispering about the impact behind the scenes. PR firms are distancing themselves from Teyana. Casting agencies are reconsidering her for upcoming production deals. Several sponsors allegedly paused branded partnerships that were in progress for her skincare line. One insider told Hollywood Deep, "Nobody wants to touch this right now. It's too messy, and if the rest of those voice recordings leak, it could become a pure apocalypse." On the flip side, AaronPierre is getting offers left and right. His name is now hot in conversations that were once cold. One tweet summed it up perfectly. "From that guy in the background to the man everyone wants to hear. This is the craziest redemption arc I've seen in Hollywood. But in all the noise, there's a deeper, darker undertone." Some mental health advocates began speaking up, especially male celebrities who faced similar dynamics in silence. An anonymous actor posted in a private support forum later leaked, "I've been where Aaron is. Are you not allowed to cry? You're not allowed to break? If you do, you're weak or manipulative. The world only believes your pain if it fits the narrative. I hope he makes it out okay." Even Usher, without naming names, tweeted, "Sometimes silence ain't peace, it's protection." The tweet was reshared 80,000 times in under 12 hours. And then came the fan backlash at the platforms themselves. Reddit mods were accused of removing posts too quickly, ones that were pro-Iran. Instagram allegedly began limiting the reach of accounts posting anti-Teyana threads. And YouTube demonetized 3 commentary videos that dove deep into the PR manipulation theory, censorship or damage control that only made fans louder. One user wrote, "Y'all silence the victims and protect the machine. This is bigger than Aaron. This is about what we let fame excuse." And just when the dust started to settle, another music twist. A leaked group chat allegedly involving a few known influencers, stylists, music and behind-scenes handlers started circulating. In it, someone says, "We told her to let it go. Now she's spiraling. He was never supposed to speak." If that message is real, it confirms everything Aaron hinted at. That he was never meant to tell his story. That this wasn't just a breakup. It was a machine and he broke free. Now that machine is crumbling just when you thought the chaos couldn't get any deeper. Just when fans were finally starting to choose sides, stabilize their beliefs, and calm the storm, another grenade dropped. And this one didn't just shake social media, it shattered it. A new voice note suddenly appeared on a low-follower-locked Twitter account, one that had no name, no followers, and no tweet history. But within music minutes, the internet had it. The file was labeled audio_3 final warning. MPP3. The voice, not Aaron's, not Teyana's, not even her assistant. This time music. It was allegedly from someone fans had completely forgotten in the mix, a mutual friend. And in this leaked audio, you hear something that completely flips this drama on its head. Aaron was never supposed to find out. That was the whole plan. Keep him in the loop but never let him see the bigger play. But once Ellen backed out, we had no more leverage. Wait, Ellen? Fans paused, rewound, froze. Could this be referring to Ellen DeGeneres? And that's when the real theories exploded like gasoline on a wildfire. Suddenly, people started digging hard old photos, old Instagram stories, red carpet appearances, and guess what surfaced? A picture from 2023. A cozy dinner in LA, TeyanaTaylor, Ellen DeGeneres, and AaronPierre. That's right, they were all there. Theories spiraled. Was Ellen the real mastermind? Was this about more than just PR and power? Did Ellen use her connections to orchestrate something even darker? And when Aaron rebelled, the whole thing collapsed. Within hours, YouTube conspiracy breakdowns hit the platform. Some said Teyana was part of a wider plan, a grooming program. Some claimed Ellen had dirt on multiple young stars and was using Teyana as a handler. Others pushed an even more disturbing idea that Aaron was selected not just for optics, but for something deeply systemic, even ritualistic. And suddenly, this wasn't just a celebrity breakup anymore. And it was a full-blown Hollywood cover-up theory. Music. But the craziest part, right after the audio leak, AaronPierre went silent. His team released a cryptic message. Due to recent escalations, Aaron will be stepping back for personal safety. We urge the public to be cautious of false narratives and dangerous speculation. Stepping back for personal safety. What did he uncover? What was coming next? And why was Ellen's name even in this mess? Fans were now horrified. One viral post read, "This isn't about Teyana anymore. This is something bigger." If Ellen's tied in and Aaron's being silenced, that means the story just started. But the real cliffhanger? A now deleted tweet from the anonymous account that leaked the voice note. Just 5 chilling words. You haven't seen anything yet. And now we're all left with one question. What comes next? Will Aaron return and finally reveal who tried to silence him? Will Teyana retaliate now that her name is deeper in scandal than ever? And is Ellen truly involved? Or is she just a decoy for something darker lurking in the Hollywood shadows? Whatever the truth is, this drama, this fire, this chaos isn't over. Not even close. So, now that everything's out in the open, we have to ask the real questions. Was AaronPierre used from day one? Did TeyanaTaylor truly orchestrate this narrative? Or is she just a puppet in someone else's game? And what the hell is Ellen DeGeneres doing in the middle of this web? Y'all, this isn't just a celebrity breakup anymore. This is Hollywood warfare. A system of manipulation, control, and silence that just got ripped wide open. And the deeper you dig, the scarier it gets. Aaron was quiet for too long. And now that he's finally speaking, the world's starting to listen. But will he make it to the end of this story without being shut down? Or worse, disappeared from the spotlight completely? We want to hear what you think. Drop a comment right now. Do you believe Aaron's side of the story? Is Teyana guilty of psychological abuse? Or is she fighting back against false narratives? And what's Ellen's connection to all of this chaos? The comment section is open, and we'll be reading the best theories in our next video. So don't hold back. Smash that like button if you're shocked by these revelations. Hit subscribe if you want to stay ahead of the drama, because this is just the beginning. And turn on notifications because the next drop might expose the puppet master behind this entire operation. And trust us, you won't believe who's involved. Stay tuned. More leaks, more receipts, and more dark truths are coming. Because when Aaron finally speaks on camera, it's not just Teyana who will be shaking. The entire industry will. Subscribe now because the next video changes.